Γεια σας φίλοι μου, εύχομαι να είστε καλά. Συνεχίζουμε το Come Deliverance από εκεί που σταματήσαμε. Κάτσε να πλήθουμε λίγο. Όπου είχαμε ξεκινήσει για να πάμε να βρούμε τον αδερφό της Μαρίκας, να τον απελευθερώσουμε, και μας αρπάξαν εδώ πέρα για να συνεχίσουμε μία από τις κύριες αποστολές μας. Και πάμε να βρούμε αυτούς που είχαν φύγει με τα σίδερα, με τα βέλη και όλα αυτά από πάνω από την... Μισό λεπτό να δούμε ποια πόλη ήταν, για να το πούμε σωστά. Φύγανε από το Τάκοβ για να πάνε κάτω στην Σεμίν και κάπου χαθήκανε. Και τώρα μας πήγαν εδώ στο στίβο μάχης αυτοί οι δύο οι παππούδες. Είπαμε ότι θα τους βοηθήσουμε.
All right, son. You're going to fight Lord of Semine. It'll be an honorable fight, so you better act accordingly.
Okay.
Hold on a mo. I'll give you some gear for it.
What weapon will you give me?
What would you like?
I believe the quill is mightier than the sword.
Is that so? Well, that's nice, son. Next time you meet a fella on the road who wants to rob you, you can write a sonnet about it. Or maybe you try and tickle him to death.
But what I meant was... Well,
What do I care? Just save the wise arsery for someone with the stomach for it. You can have my cudgel. It might be just a stick, but it's my stick, so careful with it.
Thank you, Captain.
Okay.
Save the thanks.
Με το
Get
ματσούκι.
your arse into the pen.
Πάμε. Πρώτα να το κάνουμε equip.
So, young'un, are you ready?
All right, let's do it.
Πάμε.
No chance. Oh, no, you don't.
Βαράει καλό ο γέρος,
Show your stuff.
Βαράει καλά ο γέρος.
Too slow.
Βαράει πολύ καλά ο γέρος.
Fuck that. Too slow.
Ή του slow, ακόμα όρθιος είναι.
Wanker. Oh, no, you don't.
Wanker. Έλα παππού.
Take that. Show your stuff. Wanker. No chance. Oh, no, you don't.
Wow. Wow, τα νίκησα.
here, son.
Wow.
Come here, son. What do you say, son?
Whew. You really gave me the runaround.
I'm no spring chicken, but I'm as spry as ever.
God's truth, sir. You didn't disgrace yourself.
Τι έγινε, τι μπήκε
But I
μπροστά.
can see the young un has spirit.
Μπήκε το άλογο μπροστά.
Anyways, you can keep that old junk, Henry. Even my cudgel.
Σε
But
ευχαριστώ.
take care of the old fella. He might be just a piece of wood, but he saved my arse more than once.
I will, Captain.
And since you won, I've got something else for you as well. My shield.
Oh.
Isn't that a bit too much, gnarly?
Sir, my left shoulder's fucked anyway. I can't carry no shield.
True enough.
Thank you.
Με τιμάνε. Με τιμήσανε πάρα πολύ. Τι, θες να μου μιλήσεις κι άλλο?
I needed that. It's good to stretch the limbs every now and again. And you're pretty handy, youngster. You should come to the courtyard
Ευχαριστώ.
and Gnarly here will give you a good education in the art of the sword.
I call it the art of not getting skewered as soon as you step foot outside the village. But do come, Henry. We've got a nice arena in Semine. It ain't no abandoned pig pen.
You can't always choose your battleground, Gnarly. Whether it's a pig pen or an arena in Karlstein. It's the performance that counts. And while we're on the subject, where are you from, lad? It's clear you're not from Trotsky.
I'm from Silver Scallis, sir.
Aha! Now I understand why you're here. You're not the first one to flee here.
Α, κι άλλους.
I don't flee from a fight, sir. I have work here, and a lot of scores to settle.
You want to get revenge for what happened back home? That usually doesn't end well. You'd be better advised to find yourself a well-built girl, build a cottage, and visit the church and the tavern in turn. There's no helping the dead anyway.
That's nice advice, sir. Only women will tie you down, lad. Better to go and see a bit of the world. You're doing the right thing.
Λέξη σοφίας. Επιπτόντως, ας αλλάξουμε πάλι να... Λοιπόν, βάζουμε την ασπίδα του Ναρλί, αλλά βάζουμε και το Common Warhammer. Τι help? Άστο, δεν μπορώ να... Α, φτάσαμε στο Τρόσκοβιτς. Για να κατέβουμε.
So, we're in Troskowitz. What now, sir? Should I go to the bailiff and ask if he might have seen someone?
Well, that makes sense. But the young fella here should do it. If the bailiff sees you, he'll guess I'm in the village and come and bother me. And I'm really not in the mood today for any bombardment of complaints.
I understand, sir. All right, Henry. Run along to the rat house and inquire about that wagon.
And Henry, not a word about me. Are we clear?
As you wish, sir.
Πριν πάμε όμως, αφού είμαστε εδώ, πάμε να πληθούμε για να έχουμε καλύτερο καρίσμα.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
Greetings, Master Guard.
I apologize.
You should. Πού είναι ο Master Bailey? Εδώ τον είχαμε βρει μια φορά. Εδώ είναι η ταβέρνα. Δεν είναι. Μήπως είναι εδώ πάνω? Όχι, δεν είναι εδώ πέρα. Ρε, πού είσαι ρε Μπέιλι?
God bless you. I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention.
Νάτος. Α, όχι.
Master Bailiff, can I ask you about something?
Ask away, by all means. Wait now, aren't you that lad who's helping Radovan in the forge?
Yeah, that's me.
I heard his hired hands went missing.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm here.
Ah, I was thinking they were driving awful fast with that cart.
You saw them?
I did,
Oh.
a few days back. They raced through the village in the early evening so fast, they were dropping sacks of charcoal.
Α,
Where were they
ωραία.
headed?
Towards the east, to Apollonia on the road to Yichin.
Γίτσιν.
And you're looking for them?
I am indeed.
I'm glad to hear it. I heard there were goods for Semine on that cart, and I
Υπήρχαν,
can do
ναι.
without that kind of trouble now, on account of the wedding, you know?
It seems you have a lot of concerns with that wedding, Master Bailiff.
Of course I do. I'm the father of the bride, after all.
Πεθερός.
Although not everyone sees eye to eye with me. Lord Semine would be happier if I paid all the bills and left all the decisions up to him. Who's invited, what there'll be to eat and drink, entertainment, everything. It's not like I have a burning desire to deal with it, but if I'm going to pay for it...
I understand. But isn't it just that the groom's family is more concerned about these things?
That's not it. I'll tell you what it is. It's because Lord Semine is a noble and I'm just a commoner. Only I've got coin. While he's trying to keep the wolf from the door in that piddling estate of his.
You ought to calm down, Master Bailiff. That kind of talk can stir things up.
You're right, of course. It just makes me mad, though.
I understand.
Do you know anything about Radovan's hired hands?
Only what I've told you. But to tell you the truth, I wouldn't mind if they never turned up again.
Why is that?
Well, they might look like butter wouldn't melt in their mouths, and Radovan praises them, but I know people. That pair have mischief in their eyes. I can tell.
Οκ. Κακό.
Thanks.
God bless. What would you like?
As the local scribe, you know a lot of things, right?
I'd say so. In this province, not a squirrel farts without my knowing.
Α, ωραία.
Right. So, if I needed to get something, you'd certainly be able to tell me where, right?
Depends on what you're looking for. Don't involve me with anything dishonorable.
No, don't worry. I'm just looking for some armor.
Armor? Well, unless you want to join von Burgau's retinue, I don't think I can help you. But try Radovan, the blacksmith in Tachov. He might at least sell you an iron helmet.
You don't know of anything better?
Aha! So, the good man is a connoisseur, eh? And how would Prince Brunswick's armor suit you?
Whose armor?
Oh, it's just a local legend.
Α,
What legend?
It's hard to explain. There are actually 2 legends, or even 3. Well, it doesn't really matter. Why are
Θα τη
you so
βρούμε.
interested anyway? Fine armor like that belongs in the hands of a knight.
Are you saying I don't look like a knight to you?
You? Not unless they started knighting village yokels. In short, they say the armor of ancient Bohemian Prince Brunswick is hidden here. waiting for some valiant knight to find out.
θα τη
I
βρω.
don't believe it, of course. After all, I'm educated. But you'd be surprised how many fools have set off to find it.
Who exactly was this Brunswick?
You don't know, lad? Educate yourself. Brunswick was a famous Czech prince who won the lion for our country's coat of arms.
Really?
Α,
How is it that I've never heard of him?
Perhaps because he never existed. Prince Vladislav II got the lion for our coat of arms for helping Emperor Frederick I, known as Redbeard.
But you just said that...
Brunswick is just a legend, but a quite lovely one, I'll give you that.
Could you recount for me the legend of Brunswick?
Well, why not?
γιατί όχι.
Brunswick was a valiant Bohemian prince. He lived in a time when our country had an eagle on its coat of arms, but that wasn't good enough for him, so he decided to head out into the world and gain the mark of a more powerful animal.
A man after my own heart.
You may think so, but his wife was none too happy. Her name was Ludmilla, and she begged Brunswick 100 times to stay home, but he just couldn't be persuaded. Still, he loved her very much, so he took her ring and told her that unless someone came and showed her that ring during the next 7 years, she should wait for his return. But if he failed to return after 7 years, that would mean he would never return.
7 χρόνια.
Then what happened next?
Brunswick's party set out to sea, but didn't get far. They were drawn in by an island with a mysterious mountain of amber that holds all ships and prevents them from leaving. Over time, the men on the deserted island died of starvation, leaving only Brunswick, who noticed that once a year a great bird called Noh came to the island to hunt. And so the clever knight hid in his horse's hide at just the right time. And when the bird came, it mistook him for prey and carried him away. So Brunswick wandered on. After some time on the road, the prince came across something unprecedented. A duel between a lion and a 9-headed dragon.
Λες μια ύδρα.
What do you think Brunswick did at that moment?
Well, considering what he later added to the coat of arms, I expect he helped the lion, eh?
Smart. Brunswick rushed to help the lion, and together they killed the dragon. And from that time on, they were stalwart companions. The lion even followed him all the way back to Bohemia. Except, by then, it was already too late. It had already been exactly 7 years to the day since Brunswick set off on his journey. His wife, Ludmilla, who had until that time valiantly resisted all suitors, was about to remarry. But at the wedding feast, Brunswick managed to drop the ring in her cup. So it all turned out well.
Α, ωραία.
For Brunswick, that is. Not so for Ludmilla's new groom, but the lion took care of that.
Where did Brunswick's armour come from?
It is said that George the Lion of Württemberg brought it here. He was the nephew of Lord Chenyek of Württemberg, who built Trusky. This George spent a lot of time with King Wenceslas. A suspiciously long amount of time, if you know what I mean.
Ooh.
I think I get the picture.
And it is said that one day, a lion escaped from the king's menagerie, and George overpowered it with his bare hands and laid it at the king's feet, still alive. As a reward, Wenceslas gave young Württemberg the name Lion and the armour of his ancestor, Prince Brunswick. Only Sir George didn't live to enjoy it for long. He caught the plague at a tournament abroad, and died on his way back to his king. Specifically, while visiting his uncle here at Trusky. Of course, the king wanted his armour back, but Lord Chenyek didn't want to give it to him, claiming he had the hereditary right to it. It looked like Wenceslas would lay siege to Trusky, but fortunately Lord Chenyek was completely destitute by then, so he sold all of Trusky and the armour to the king.
Well, if the king was so endeared with Brunswick's armour, why did he leave it here?
Because he didn't have any choice, my friend. He never found the armour. Lord Chenyek was as cunning as a fox. While he did leave the armor here, he never told anyone where. It's said he hid it so it could only be found by a true knight, each piece in a different place. Or so they say round these parts. Who knows if there's any truth to the tale?
And do you know where we find Brunswick's armor?
Yes, lad, if it even really exists. But I do have a little bit of advice for you. Sir Chenyek, who they say hid the armor, left behind a riddle. It's a test that must be passed by whoever wants to find it. Do you want to hear it?
Ναι.
And how did that riddle go?
Wait, how was it? I've got it. Take your leave of crone and maiden, standing tall behind the gates. Boldly go towards true midnight. In caverns cold your prize awaits. Pass through the all of forest kings, hidden deep from hunter's gaze. Standing tall, 2 guards of stone, behind whom yearned for treasure lays. Between them stands a mighty rock, a subtle niche, yet deeper still, a place to give one's art to God. Behold, my armor gleaming still.
Δεν έχω ιδέα.
Uh-huh. And that was supposed to help me, eh?
Answers come to the wise, kicks to the stupid.
The crone and the maiden towards midnight. We've got east, west, midday, midnight. Well, thanks a lot.
Hold on, I'll give you something else. Sir George, who previously owned the armor, wanted to have a nice poleaxe made in Prague too, but he died of the plague before he could do it. I'm not too certain about Brunswick and his armor, but this is certainly true because I have a copy of George's order here. Here, take it as a keepsake. And now go.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention.
Well then, young man, how did it go?
They were spotted here, sir. Going to the east, towards Apollonia.
So to Yitchin? The bastards! And what about my goods?
Oh, they were driving so fast, it was falling off the cart.
The thieving scum. Let's hurry. To Yitchin!
Πάμε στο Yitchin.
I could send a message to the Yitchin captain of the guard.
Oh, it'll take too long. We'll go and get them ourselves.
Won't you be missing preparations for the wedding at home, sir?
I will. Praise the Lord Jesus Christ. If I have I'll take it any time. Besides, there's a nice inn along the way, the Three Cats. We can spend the night there.
I remember that place, but I'm not sure, sir, if they'll let the 2 of us set foot inside the door.
Oh, no, that's 15 summers ago. God knows if the place is even still standing.
True. Still, we'd better keep our eyes peeled. They might not have gone to Yitchin. They could have turned off somewhere. Or something could have happened. They might have been ambushed, maybe.
Will you give over with that? I'll bet my brains they weren't ambushed. More likely we'll find them boozing at the Three Cats.
That'd surely be the best outcome, if that old dive is still standing. Let's go then.
Ωραία. Για να δούμε, θα βρούμε και την πανοπλία, αλλά όχι σήμερα, κάποια άλλη στιγμή. Εκπληκτικά γραφικά πάντως.
So,
Φτάσαμε.
Saint Anthony, which way now?
While you're praying to the patron saint of lost things, go and have a look along the road, Gnarly. And you, Henry, have a look to the left.
All right, sir. But don't forget, my eyesight ain't what it used to be.
Well, that's what we have the youngster for, isn't it? Off you go.
Ωραία. Για να δούμε το χαρτί. Έχουν αλλάξει το animation, Για να δούμε το journal. Ποιο από όλα αυτά είναι? Λοιπόν... ναι. Ωραία, ας ψάξουμε από εδώ.
Quick.
Ας κατέβω από το άλογο για να ψάξω. Εάν τους πέφτανε πράγματα, τότε θα είναι εδώ στις άκριες, στις άκρες του δρόμου θα έχει διάφορα. Τι είναι αυτό? Μέτρα. Αυτό όμως δεν είναι πέτρα, αυτό είναι ένα σακί.
A sack of charcoal? That could have fallen off the car.
Ναι. Πάμε πίσω να το αναφέρουμε.
Found anything, lad?
There's a sack of charcoal lying in the ditch to the left of the road. The bailiff said they were driving like the devil, so maybe it fell from the cart.
Well, that makes sense. To the left it is then. Gnarly! Back here!
Ωραία. Ανεβαίνουμε στην Pebbles. Οπα. Και θα βάλουμε μια παύση εδώ πέρα. Δεν θέλω να κάνω μεγάλο βίντεο σήμερα.
We're getting close. I can feel it in my bones, sir. You'll have the car back in no time.
I just hope we find the horses too. Yarmilka here ain't the youngest, and I wouldn't want to drag it back home myself.
A nobleman in harness. We ain't ever had such a spectacle in these parts.
You might get to see it soon enough. The lords in this country have all gone to the dogs. Every lowborn with a bit of coin builds a house in Kuttenberg while we live in squalor. Why do you reckon that is, lad?
That's the change in the economical situation, sir. The burghers have more rights, and they make smart use of them. They put their coin to work for them. They've got shops, baths, inns, mills, while the nobles sit waiting until Jack from Backwater Hamlet brings them 3 groschen in taxes on St. Gallus's Day.
You're right there. Only Jack hasn't even got 3 groschen these days. None of this would be happening if we had a king. And I mean a real one. Not Wenceslas or Sigismund. Oh, anywhere that's not ruled by a strong hand, all sorts of things go wrong.
Especially when you've got Moravian relatives eating you out of house and home.
Ωραία, όσο προχωράμε θα σας αφήσω.
Oh, hold up. This is strange. I don't see any cart tracks. What do you reckon, Gnarly?
Κάπου
I'm blind
φύγανε.
as a mole, sir. But it's all peculiar, right enough. Where the hell could that cart have vanished to?
Well, that's just it. They had nowhere to turn off.
I'll look up the road a bit. And you, Henry, have a look back along the road. Maybe it fell in a ditch somewhere. Who knows?
Very well, sir.
Ωραία. Οπότε, όπως είπα, θα σας αφήσω για σήμερα. Εάν σας αρέσει αυτό που κάνω, κάντε ένα like, κάντε ένα subscribe και κυρίως αφήνετε και ένα σχόλιο, μου αρέσει να έχω επικοινωνία. Εάν απ' την άλλη θέλετε, θα χαρώ πολύ να σας δω και στο Discord που έχω φτιάξει. Αυτά λοιπόν για σήμερα. Σας χαιρετώ, να είστε καλά και θα τα πούμε την επόμενη φορά. Μέχρι τότε, γεια σας.